Howdy Neighbors, David here. And today on Boondock Stallions, we're going to be taking a look at the 2010 remake to A Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, before we get started, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep pumping out more of these bad boys for your and my own personal enjoyment. Now, The Nightmare on Elm Street remake. What can I say good about this movie? It had Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown is always a win in a movie. He's amazing because, it's like the man said, it is better to burn out than to fade away. Ow! No, I was actually excited for this remake when it was announced, mostly because they were going for a real take on Fred Krueger. They were going for a burn victim look, a burn victim sound, and something a bit scarier than the monster that we got in the original series. And while I enjoy that, because remakes really shouldn't mess with the original movie if they can avoid it. That's what makes horror movies stronger. And you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. When I first got the remake on Blu-ray and watched the alternate ending, I was upset that the alternate ending wasn't the theatrical ending, because it's exactly the same as the theatrical end, but this time it ends with Fred not being burned. He's as he was. It's just Jackie Earle Haley doing his final scene with Rooney Mara, and he is just deliciously evil and terrifying and creepy and disgusting without the burn marks. Like, it was a way stronger way to have ended the movie, but I'm digressing about that. I feel like this movie suffered a lot from, first of all, was it really necessary to change everybody's name? I mean, I know Fred Krueger was the same and Nancy, but I mean, it wasn't even Nancy Thompson. It was Nancy Holbrook. You renamed Glenn, what was his name? Quentin Smith, and you gave us Chris and Jesse instead of Rod and Tina. And I mean, honestly, seriously, Thomas Dekker was the bad boy. Evil. Anyways, yeah, so many bad decisions with casting, and I know everybody was like, oh, Rooney Mara, whatever the hell her name is. I don't care. I don't care. She was a big name for the day, and putting big names in horror movies like this is also a sign that it's going to fail epically. Having said that, they didn't, like I said, they didn't need to change the names. They didn't need to be so stylized. I hated the way that they tried to make this movie seem like it was taking place in the remake to a Friday the 13th universe. And I know they're both New Line, but they don't need to have that shared universe feel to them. It makes it seem kind of hokey, like you're planning another Freddy versus Jason that we're just not going to want to watch. But the movie had one very interesting, redeeming ray of light / hope going for it that it totally didn't pay off on. And I feel like had they followed that storyline for the remake, it would have worked out a lot better. You see, in the movie, they talk about, or Quentin talks about how could the parents have believed these children about what they were saying about this guy without doing any investigating into it. They just panicked and believed that it was true and chased Fred down and burned him alive. And the idea was that they could have all been lying. It could have been something they heard on the radio or on the news happening somewhere else in the country. And they decided, ooh, what if Freddy's the guy that's doing it? And these children told this lie that was meant to be innocent fun, but ended up costing Freddy his life. And he was there to exact his revenge on them for lying and getting him killed when he was, in fact, a good guy. And I think that would have been an amazing, powerful way to go, because Freddy's always been the bad guy. I mean, if you watch the original series, we know that Freddy's the bad guy. That's what we liked about him, was he was a funny bad guy. They glamorized the villainy of him. But this way, Freddy wouldn't have been a villain. Freddy would have been an innocent guy who was killed by the lives of children. And I feel like that would have been a much stronger story for the remake. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.